AF sub-podcast, Loud.
Yep.
With us today, we have Daily Austin Music.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
So one of our big goals is to just find people that are passionate.
Yes.
And they, for no accolades, no billions of dollars, but just because they love and appreciate a certain aspect, they just dedicate time and effort. And this guy shoots a 1-minute video every single day.
Every day.
That he gets it under a minute. It's an Instagram video,
That's awesome.
57, 58, 59, and I could see he just gets it chopped up, and he makes sure that it's under that minute for Instagram. And he just says, this is what's playing here, this is what's playing here, this is what's playing here, this is a good show here. And if he's got time, he'll delve into the artists and things like that. And so I appreciate individuals like this, and that's our real goal, is to take people like yourself, connect them to the community, and do what we can to promote you and promote what you're doing, and let people know that the resources are there, the people are there, the passion is there. You just need to get connected.
That's right.
Amen. And what you're saying, like when you're trying to find passionate people that do this for no reason, no discernible reason that you can tell, you just described every musician, actor, any creative person. Y'all know.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
there's no reason for us to be here doing this.
No.
But man, I have to. Like I have to. There is no point to live life without doing something that you just love to death. And we're lucky to do it.
Yeah. So for me, when I was a freshman in college, I was a film major, and I was like, man, this is gonna take years off my life. I'm leaving school. I'm going to go study math education. I'm going to go be a math teacher. And within a semester, I was like, no, fuck this. I got to go make movies. I got no choice, And so at that moment, I was like, I'm a creative man, and I just have to. No matter what the struggle is, this is what I have to do with my life. So
tell us about Daily Austin Music. Tell us about your vision, your heart, what started it.
Right. Well, I've been making a living playing music in Austin for 12 years. 20-something years. I've never had a real job.
So you're a working actual musician.
Yes, I'm what we call a lifer.
Okay.
There we go.
There's part-timers, full-timers, and lifers.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And, the lifers don't do anything else except this.
Yeah.
I consider the Daily Austin Music part of being a musician because all I talk about is musicians and stuff.
Right.
But the vision with that is I'd like to start a Tonight Show in Austin.
Nice.
That's early David Letterman-esque, but replace the actors with local musicians.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because we have some of the most creative, amazing people doing stuff in this city and no infrastructure to support it. Y'all know that. That's why you're here doing this.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've come to the point in Austin where I think collectively we've decided we're not going back.
Right.
Not going back to the 70s. We're not going to get smaller. Traffic is not going to get better.
No.
Now what?
Right.
I guess we should support each other.
We're at a crossroads.
Right. Yeah.
We're definitely at a crossroads. And is this going to become the next Silicon Valley and we're going to push all the creatives out? Or are we going to purposefully, and that's one of our big things that we're trying to push here, and you'll get my Bob Barker moment at the end of the show talking about supporting musicians. But I think we're at a crux point where it's like, collectively, are we going to do what it takes to keep these people here that brought us here? Right? Because people don't come to Austin because there's a building that says Apple on it.
Right.
And
Now, they might come for that job.
Right. But here's the hard truth about that. If we do nothing and we force all the creatives out and all of the worst things happen, we will still be here doing this.
Yeah.
Because we should be gone right now. We can't afford to live here. We can't afford to play here. We can't afford to do anything. Like I play 90% of my gigs outside of Austin because it pays.
Right.
There's something, I don't know if it's in the water or if it's in the air, whatever it is, this place breeds creativity.
Yeah.
And when we decide to support that, go see, go love, go find, and it's partly on the musicians and the creatives too. Because we are not in the 70s anymore. Like you can't just make a record and play shows.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's not okay.
No.
It's not enough. You have to be a media company.
Right.
And we're starting to get there. And some people are starting to see success in that, like Jackie Vincent, Mobley, the Black Pumas. Like we've got people getting up into the public eye because they are doing more than just making a record, putting it out, and hoping somebody listens to it.
Yeah.
Their personality, they've got a character that they play. Like, this is real.
Right.
And we're trying we're lucky in Austin because we're not Nashville, LA, or New York, where we've had systems that got gigantic, supported a whole culture, and then died.
Right.
We're not held down by that. We're completely free to start whatever infrastructure we want, whatever industry that we decide to start for creatives, we can do here now, because there is no previous model that we're stuck to.
Yeah, I mean the one model that we're fighting against is that you should be working for free. Like that's the only model that we're fighting against.
I'll push back on that though, man, because 90% of people should be working for free because you suck. Straight up. Like,
right.
And that's the line that we have to draw. And one of the things I try and do with the show is like I do album reviews and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of them.
And it's calling out bad crap.
Yeah.
Like if you're lazy and you can't tune your guitar before you make a record, I'm going to call your ass out because that's not what we're trying to do in this city. You're trying to get better.
Right.
So this is a guy that's trying to hold up other musicians and creatives to a higher standard.
For sure.
Which, so am I a creative? I'm creative in a way.
Yeah.
I'm more of an entrepreneurial creative. I enjoy singing. I can do some of that stuff, but it's not something I have to do.
Well, the definition of a creator is you do stuff because you want to. Not because somebody told you to.
Right.
So every entrepreneur in my mind is a creator.
Right. And I just mean in your exact space.
Right,
the
right,
art,
right,
art, quote unquote, music, art, that sort of thing. You're calling these people to a higher standard.
Yes.
And I think that there's definitely a whole show there.
Oh yeah.
But here's what I'd like to do, just because you are a guy that's here, that's boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Give us, if you could, 3 acts, bands, musicians that we should be watching.
Okay.
That are here local that you say, if you go find these guys.
Right.
And then 3 venues that you love. Okay. They could be ones that we all know, and they could be a mixture of like, hey, there's this one bar and they do a really great job of blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to go Jackie Vincent for sure. She's blowing up. She's in Europe right now on tour.
Oh, wow.
Okay, look that up. Jackie Vincent.
Also, Mobley, Mobley, mobleywho.com. He's got a show very soon he's going to be announcing signing to a major label.
Oh,
which we haven't really seen that in a while. And
Yeah.
since really Gary, and that went how it went.
Yeah.
The Black Pumas are incredible. Eric Burton on vocals, like they're just ridiculous. They just won a bunch of awards at the Austin Music Awards. They're beautiful record, beautiful people. There's a lot of stuff coming up. Riders Against the Storm, amazing, like real hip hop from here.
Nice.
Really?
Which is, there's a lot of really good hip hop in this town that gets no shine.
Yeah.
And that's something that I want to fight against for sure.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my vein, my vibe. And so I'm trying to get more into that locally.
Right. Have you heard of Riders Against the Storm?
I haven't.
Please look that up. I will send you a link. They're ridiculously amazing.
Awesome.
And as far as venues, first up, Cheer Up Charlie's is always awesome.
I love Cheer Up Charlie's.
It's Cheer Up is great.
A friendly place,
Yes.
which is kind of important downtown. 1-to-1. Greg Ware.
Oh, yeah. I haven't been in there, but I've seen it, and it seems fantastic.
It's not the best venue.
But it seems music-focused.
He cares about who they book. And Cheer Up Charlie's is the same way. They actually give a crap about who they're booking. And not necessarily, they're popular. They like them and want to support them and all that. And for the third venue, I'd say house concerts. Throw one, host one, find one, do something. Because as musicians, I'll try and make this as quick as possible. Bars buy a fifth of Kentucky Deluxe bourbon for $6 and sell shots for $2 a piece. And then we're supposed to be happy with 10% of bar sales. They just made a 6,000% profit, and we get 10% of that.
Yeah.
And a house show, you get smaller crowds that actually want to hear what you're doing. You get people involved in the local music scene, and you pick your price and do whatever you want.
Right.
And house shows are seriously becoming a force of nature.
Oh, yeah,
Along
there's
with
several of them.
Airbnb that came up, house shows kind of came up with that. There's no infrastructure. There's no app for that yet. There actually might be, but nothing real successful.
Yeah, nothing that we
but
know
like
of.
find yourself some house shows. Like if you're out there listening, looking for real good stuff. Personally, I'm not going to invite somebody crappy to come play in my house.
Right.
But as a venue owner, I need to fill tonight.
Right.
So if you're available, I don't care if you suck or not. Like
Yeah.
I have to have somebody, because we're the live music capital of the world.
Right.
I have to have a live band.
Yeah.
And that's where that kind of goes. So like alternatives to venues. I mean, hip hop's been doing it for years, like street shows, parties, like everything.
Right.
I'd like to see us go more that way.
And then that's definitely, there's an undertone there. As a matter of fact, there's a few that I follow that just as soon as they come out, they sell out. And so there's definitely more room for that. So if you have the ability, the space to do that, we're going to end with a Bob Barker moment. Support musicians, folks. Yeah. Support creatives. Buy their shit. Listen, streaming, it pays them 0.0007136 of a dollar. So it's like a fraction of a penny to stream their song. So if you are listening to local artists, go to their shows, buy their merch, buy vinyl, pay a cover, support our local musicians, bar owners, support them in a way that they can afford if they're good and they deserve it and they meet the standard. Support them in a way that they can do this for a living. Because I tell you, when I talk to somebody and they say, I do it for a living, I go, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get that reaction constantly. You're a what?
A professional musician and you live in Austin? I've
And
never heard of you.
And by the way, I've got 2 kids and another one on the way with a stay-at-home mom. Like, I'm actually a professional musician.
Here
There's
we
a
go.
lot of guys
Here
that
we
say
go.
that and that live in their car.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not making it, dude.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just because you live on ramen in your
Yeah,
car. And
right.
That ain't
Right.
making it. I love you and I'm glad that you're doing it, but
Right.
don't call yourself a lifer
Yeah.
yet. Yeah, you have to have a life.
To be
right?
a lifer,
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you
Hey,
so much.
thank
We're
you all.
definitely going to have this guy back on the
Absolutely.
show. He knows the scene.
Yeah.
You'll see more from
Amen.
him.
Absolutely.
And, thank you for coming on.
you.
Thank you for your passion. At
Hell yeah.
Daily
Yes.
Austin Music.
That's right.
That's his ad on Instagram.
DailyAustinMusic.com. Just look me up. You'll find
We'll look
me.
him up. He's here. We'll have him at the end of the episode. This guy's on the streets, boots on the ground, experiencing it, living it, sharing it, and passionate about it. Thank you.